Okay, welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss about permutations. Actually, I will discuss in this class, in this particular lecture, the definition of the permutations, actually what is permutations, and the notations of the permutations. Also, I will discuss about the cycles of the permutations with the decompose of a permutations into product of cycles. Okay. So first I come to the definition of the permutations. Actually, what is the permutations? You have learned the permutations, the term permutations in 12th class. There you have learned that there are some different objects and how you can arrange them. All the arrangements are called permutations of that objects. As for example, if we take three objects means here we take three numbers actually, 1, 2, 3. We can arrange these numbers in different ways. Different ways means if one can arrange this number in these ways, this particular ways. One can arrange these numbers in this particular ways. One can arrange these numbers in these particular ways, and so on. There are some different arrangements of these numbers, and we know that the number of different arrangements of three objects is factorial 3, that is 3 into 2 into 1 equal to 6. So if we consider these numbers, then we can arrange them in 6 ways, 6 different ways that are called the permutations of this object. Here actually nothing is new. We will define the same permutation in different ways. Different ways, why different ways? Actually, for systematic studies, we need the permutation to define in a systematic way so that we can study more about the permutations, about the properties of permutations. Okay. So, what is the different ways or what is the systematic ways? Now, if we look about the permutations, to the permutations, these permutations, first we have taken a set 1, 2, 3. Then we are permuting these elements. Permuting these elements is one such permutation is suppose 2, 1, 3. So we can view these objects, this new arrangement actually from the first arrangement. This is also an arrangement 1, 2, 3. This is also an arrangement of the objects 1, 2, 3. This is another arrangement. So you can think this, you can delete these elements with these elements by some mapping. By some mapping means here if we consider a mapping from S to S for which the image of 1 is 2. The second element, the image of 2 is here the second element 1. The image of 3 is 3. And the mapping is well defined because all the elements of S has a image in S and exactly one image in S. So this is a mapping. Also it is obvious that it is a bijective mapping because all the elements of S has come as an image, therefore it is onto, and an onto mapping on a finite set is 1 to 1 also. So therefore it is a bijective mapping. So any such permutations, if we take any of these permutations, then you can think that this is a mapping from S to S, and not only mapping, this is a bijective mapping from S to S. So we can define any permutations on a finite set S by a bijective mapping from S to S. Okay, so here we will take this concept actually, and by this concept we will proceed to further discussion actually. Okay, so in general, let S be any set. Suppose A1, A2, N, there are n objects, A1, A2, N. Then if we take a mapping, bijective mapping from S to S, then we can write this mapping in this form in this particular form, which you will use in the notation as a notation of permutation actually, which is like this. The elements of S, we will write the elements of S in the elements of S means the first arrangement in this way. In this way means in the first row. And the elements of the images of these elements actually, we will write the images of these elements in the second row. And this we will take this notation as the permutation, notation of the permutation actually. As for example, if we take this set 1, 2, 3, just we have taken in the first part of the lecture, then the one permutations of these elements is this. Then if we consider these permutations, then we can, if we consider these permutations as the mapping, bijective mapping F or F1, then F1 is 1, 2, 3, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1, 3 goes to 3. That is, here we write F1, F of 1, F of 2, F of 3. So these permutations we can denote this permutation by this notation. Okay. So in this total lecture actually about the permutations, or total in future we will denote the permutations by these notations only. A1, A2, N, the images of A1, A2, N we will write in the second row. Then this is a permutation. And F is a mapping from S to S. Okay. And we name this permutation as F, the name of the mapping actually. So I think the permutation, the concept of permutation is clear, and the notation also. Now I am going to define type of permutations. As for example, if we taken the mapping as the identity mapping, I S to S. With respect to identity mapping, the images of every element is itself. Therefore, the identity mapping, if we take, then for that identity mapping, the permutation becomes this, and we name this permutation as identity permutation. And all other permutations on these elements are called non-identity permutations. Okay. Now, if we consider two permutations, suppose F is a permutation on A1, A2, N, and GB another permutations on A1, A2, N. Another permutation means another arrangement simply. If we take these two permutations, then how will compose this? We know all about the composition of mappings. Just these are two bijective mappings. Therefore, we will use this composition F compose G. We will find this composition actually just as a composition of mapping. So how we can find this? Suppose the elements, actually the composition of mappings, this is also a permutation, because we know that if F be a bijective mapping and G be a bijective mapping, then their composition is also a bijective mapping. So any bijective mapping from S to S is permutation, therefore F compose G is also a permutation. Now we can write this permutation as this: A1, A2, An by F compose G of A1, F compose G of A2, F compose G of A2. In this way, F compose G of An. Right? That is, F compose G of A1 means A1, F of G A1, and in this way, we can write in this way. So these are the product, we can say the product of the permutations F and G, or composition of the permutations F and G. And we see that the composition of any two permutations is also permutations. Now how we can find this composition in a simple way. Just we see that how we can find this composition in a very simple way. Just look at these permutations. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 be the set. S be the set which contains these 5 elements. One such permutation, one F be taken as these permutations and G be another permutations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. Okay. Then if we take F compose G, that is we write this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have to write here F compose G1, F compose G2. Just rewrite this. F compose G3, F compose G4, F compose G5. Okay. Now we see that G1 is 2. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G1 is 2. And if we put this 2, F of 2 is 3. That is first part. We can write G1, the values of this. G1 is 2, G2 is 1, G3 is 5, G4 is 4, G5 is 3. Then we can write this. This is this is elaborate process. If we find the composition of the mappings simply, then you can find the mappings composition in this way. This is an elaborate process. We will discuss about a very simple method, actually very simple process, how we can find the compositions of this mapping just after this part. Actually, suppose here F of 2 is 3, F of 1 is 2, F of 5 is 4, F of 4 is 5, and F of 3 is 1. So the composition of F of G, F and G is this. Now we can find this composition in a very simple way. Find this permutation in this way also. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The composition of the permutations in this way. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We see that we will write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just in a line we can write this. The image of G about G, the image of 1 about G with respect to G is 2, and the image of 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 2 goes to 1, 1 goes to 2, 3 goes to 5, 5 goes to 4, 4 goes to 4, 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 3, and 3 goes to 1. This is the most simple way how we can write the composition of the permutations. If the set is very large, then no problem. You can write these permutations in this way. Okay. So this is the way how we can find the compositions F compose G in a very simple way. Now we will define the inverse of a permutation. Inverse is simply the inverse mapping. If F is a permutation from S to S, that is, F is a bijective mapping from S to S, then F inverse is also a bijective mapping S to S. Therefore, this F inverse is called the inverse of F with respect to permutation also. Suppose F equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, any permutations we are taking here, then F inverse, we can write F inverse in just these ways. Just we shove these two rows actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 1, 2. Now we write this permutation in a systematic way. How we are writing all the elements. That is the elements of the first row. We arrange the elements of first row in increasing order actually. Then the images of 1 is 2. The images of 2 is 1. The image of 2 is 1. The image of 3 is 5. The image of 4 is 4. The image of 5 is 3. So this is the inverse of it. We can find the inverse of any permutations in this way. Okay, inverse of any permutation actually in this way. Just shove the rows and arrange them. Okay. Now I will discuss about cycle. Cycle means we know that any cycle. Cycle means actually is start from an element, start from a place and travel some path. After traveling, comes to that element. If this happens, then that is called a cycle. In any case. And here we see that if we take any permutations, 2, 3, 1, 5, 4, that may be a permutations. First we start from 1. 1 goes to 2. 1 goes to 2. 2 goes to 3. And 3 again comes to 1. Therefore, this forms a cycle. And there are another cycle. 4 goes to 5. And 5 comes to 4 again. So for the permutations, the cycles are this concept actually. If we take this in this case, in their permutations, we write the cycle as this. Suppose 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3. Therefore, this is a cycle. Cycle means if we say this cycle, then it is obvious that the image of 1 is 2, the image of 2 is 3, and the image of 3 is again 1. So for any permutations, if we begin from a particular element and after traveling some path, we come there, then this is called a permutation. And we write that cycle, this is called a cycle, sorry, and we write this cycle in this way. Okay? In this way. 1, 2, 3. This is a cycle. And there are another cycle, 4, 5. So these are the cycles. So in general, how we can define a cycle for a general set S? Suppose S equal to A1, A2, A. If there is some elements AI1 and the image of AI1 with respect to F is AI2, the image of AI2 is AI3, the image of AI3 is AI4. In this way, the image of AIR for some particular R, we again get the first element by which we had started, that is AI1. Then actually what happens this? In this case, AI1 goes to AI2, AI2 goes to AI3, AI3 goes to AI4, and after traveling some path, again it comes to AI1. So this is a cycle, obviously. So for any permutations, if this happens, then this is called a cycle, and we denote the cycle by AI1, AI2, AIR. Just by writing in the elements in the first bracket. Okay, now I am coming to the properties of cycles. There are some very interesting properties of cycles actually. First, for let S be any set, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we see that if we take as permutations like this, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1, 4 goes to 4, 5 goes to 5. Then these permutations can be represented as 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, and 3 comes to 1. Therefore, this is a cycle. And if we look the remaining elements, here we see that 4 comes to 4. Therefore, 4 is a single element cycle. 5 comes to 5. Therefore, 5 is a single element cycle. Actually, since the image of 4 is 4, no change is there. The image of 5 is 5, no change is there. Therefore, we just omit this. Therefore, this permutation can be represented by this. Then how we will know that there are how many elements are there in S? Just you have to, what is the permutation of this? Actually, one can write this 1, 2, 3 as this. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. These are not the same permutations because this set S is different for this case. So for any cycle, you have to say about the set. In which set you are defining the cycles. Okay. So to denote this, actually, to mention these sets, we define here, we denote here some notations. We use here some notations actually. So defining these sets, we use here some notations. as given by, suppose we are taking the permutations on 1, 2, 3. This set of all permutations, the collection of all permutations in S, this set S is denoted by S3. Similarly, if we take this set as 1, 2, 3, 4, there are 4 elements, then the elements, the set of all permutations defined on S is denoted by S4. Similarly, we can find S5, S6 or Sn in general. So when you are saying about the cycle, if you say 1, 2 is the cycle in S4, then 1, 2 is the cycle in S4. If you say 1, 2 is the cycle in S4, that will be 1 goes to 2, 2 comes to 1, and 3 goes to 3, 4 goes to 4. So 1, 2, if 1, 2 belongs to S4, then that 1, 2 is this. If 1, 2 goes to 1, 2 belongs to S3, 1, 2 belongs to S3, then that 1, 2 will be 1 goes to 2, 2 comes to 1, and 3 goes to 3. Okay. So we can say about any cycle that where it is actually, where it belongs. Then we can say about that cycle. Okay. That let F be any permutation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is, we are taking this 4, 5. Okay. Just we saw that these permutations can be written as this cycle, this 1, 2, 3 in S5 actually. And I can mention here that the rule of writing the cycles, rule of writing a permutation in cycle is not for the notation actually of the cycle. It is not mandatory to start the first element. You may start from any element actually. That is, in the definition of permutation we use first element is f of ai1. The image of f of ai1 is ai2, f of ai2, the image of f of ai2 is ai3, and in this way. I1 is not mandatory the list, I1 less than I2, there is no such condition, okay? There is no such condition. Therefore, we can begin to think about this permutation from this element, or from this element, or from any other elements. If we think about this, the image of 2 is 3, the image of 3 is 1, and the image of 1 is again 2. Therefore, we can write this cycle in this way also. Also, one can think this cycle from 3, starting from 3. The image of 3 is 1, the image of 1 is 2, and the image of 2 is again 3. This completes the cycle actually. So, this same cycle can be represented by this, or this. That is very simple. If we look at the cycle, that is, the cycle is this. 1 comes to 2, 2 comes to 3, and 3 comes to 1. Just if we rotate this, then we write 3 here. After 3 it comes 1. After 1 it comes this. Or we rotate this. So this is, we can write this 1, 2, 3. Or 3, 1, 2, or 2, 3, 1. That are all are actually same cycles. All are actually same cycles. Therefore, any cycle, for any cycle, we denote any cycle in, for notation of the cycle, we can arrange the elements, we can change the arrangement in cyclic order. Cyclically, you can change the arrangements. Okay. Now I am coming these permutations. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 2, 3, 1, 5, 4. Then there are actually two different cycles here. Just one cycle begins from 1, 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 comes to 1. Another cycle is 4 goes to 5, 5 comes to 4 again. There is another cycle. So whether we can write these permutations in the product of these cycles, just we want to check this. Just if we write this cycle only in S5, then this is the cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3, 3 comes to 1, and 4 goes to 4, 5 goes to 5. And if we write this cycle, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 goes to 5, 5 goes to 4. 1, 2, 3 remains fixed. Now, if we take the composition of this, then what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This just here f is this, g is this. You can think of like this. Then the image of 1 is 1. Therefore, the image of 1 is 2. The image of 2 is 2. The image of 2 is 3. The image of 3 is 3. The image of 3 is 1. The image of 4 is 5. The image of 5 is 5. The image of 5 is 4. The image of 4 is 4. So we see that the 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, if we compose these two permutations, then we get this permutation. We get the first permutation. Also, we want to check whether we can write this permutation as this, because anyone can think about the cycles, the process of writing the cycle from any elements of these permutations. Begin from any elements. Therefore, if one begins from 4, then this cycle will come first, and then this cycle come first. So we want to check this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just I need some more place here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the permutation is this 2, 3, 1. Okay. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The image of 1 is 2. The image of 2 is 2. The image of 2 is 3. 3 comes to 3. Oh, so okay, right. The image of 3 is 1. The 1 comes to 1. The image of 4 is 4. 4 comes to 5. The image of 5 is 5. The 5 comes to 4. This is also the same permutation. Therefore, this type of permutation can be written in this way, or one can write this in this way. That is the composition or the product of different cycles actually. And if we look these cycles, that these are disjoint cycles. These are called disjoint cycle. Disjoint cycle means there is no any common element between these cycles, among these first cycles. Okay, here 1, 2, 3 are present. Here 4, 5 are present. There is no any common elements in these cycles. Therefore, these are called disjoint cycles. So we saw here, we verified here that the disjoint cycles commutes. Commute means if we calculate this and this, that are same. And also we saw that any permutations, we have written any permutations here. We have written any permutation here that can be written as the product of some disjoint cycles. We will prove this result in general case actually for any permutations. Just we can look here about this property that any permutation can be written as the product of some disjoint cycles. Okay, or that may be that permutation may be a cycle. If we consider this, then this itself a cycle. You may write this, but we don't need these elements because 4 actually remains fixed and 5 remains fixed. So we can omit this part actually. So any permutation, actually we can generalize the result that any permutations is either a cycle or it can be expressed as the product of disjoint cycles. Okay, so now I am going to prove the result that any permutation is either a cycle or it can be expressed as a product of disjoint cycles. So Now I am coming to the proof of this result. Let us consider S equal to A1, A2, dotted N, and be any set, and F be a permutation on S. That is, F is a bijective mapping from S to S. We consider the images of A1 with respect to these mappings. Suppose F of A1, we consider first F of A1, then F square A1, then F cube A1, and so on. Actually, since F is a mapping from S to S, the images of all the elements comes to S. That is, they are also elements of S, and S is a finite set. So, if we continue this process, F A1, F square A1, F cube A1, if we consider this, if we continue this process, then the elements must be repeated after some finite steps. Therefore, if we write this F, then we must get a positive integer R such that F of R A1 equal to A1. It will repeat again. Otherwise, if all the elements are distinct, then all the elements being the elements of S becomes an infinite set. That is not true, since S is this. Therefore, if we calculate this F of A1, F square A1, F cube A1 dot this, then the images of A1 with respect to these mappings must repeat in some finite after some finite steps. We suppose F of R A1 equal to A1, then we get what? A1 comes to F of A1, F of A1 comes to F of A2. That is, if we write in cycle notation, A1 comes to F of A1, F of comes to F square A1, dot F R minus A1, then A1. F R A1 means A1, then it becomes a cycle. Therefore, we start from first element and we got a cycle here. If we see R equal to N, the length of the cycle means actually how many numbers, just we complete the cycle here. How many numbers are there present there actually. That is called the length of the cycle. Here R numbers are present, therefore this is an R cycle. We call this cycle as an R cycle. If R is equal to N, then all the elements of S will come here, and then S is itself a cycle. Okay. R is less than N, then there are some elements in this set which did not come here. We find that element which did not come here from the beginning, from the first term. A1 we came here. We see that if whether F of A1, F square A1 or F R minus A1, any one of these is A2. If the A2 comes here, then we go to HE. If HE comes here, then I go to A4. In this way, we find the first element in this set which did not come here. Let us suppose that element is AM. Then we begin from AM now. Now we calculate F of AM, F square AM. In this way, if they are different, if AM comes in any step, then there a cycle will be completed. If A1 AM does not come, then F square AM, F cube AM. In this way, we continue this process. And in this case also, since this is a finite set, we will definitely get after some step the image of F suppose S. After S step, we get Fs AM equal to M, and then we got another cycle AM, F of AM, F square AM, F M minus M, F S minus 1 M, and the length of this cycle is S. Now, if R plus S equal to N, then we can write this permutation, the permutation F, as the product of these two cycles. If R plus S less than N still, then we will find in S that which element did not come here and here. and we will take the first element again and we will proceed in same way, then we will get another cycle. In this way, since S is finite set, after some finite steps we must get some cycles, we must get all the elements of S will come in some cycles. So we must get F equal to the product of some disjoint cycles. So if F be any permutation, then it can be expressed as the product of disjoint cycles. Okay, we can say that. And the arrangement of this cycle is not unique. You can write this cycle here, or any type of arrangement you may take, because the product of disjoint cycles are commutative. Since they are commutative, therefore you can change the position of the cycles. Okay, so we got here the cycles, the product of this. We got here any permutation is either a cycle or it can be expressed as a product of disjoint cycles. Okay. Now, just I mention another result here, that whether the product of non-disjoint cycles do commute. If we take these cycles, suppose 1, 2, 3 and 3 and suppose 2, 4, 5 in S5 actually. Just where we want to check that whether these cycles do commute. Here 1, 2, 3 means actually in S5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, and 2, 4, 5 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is not present here, 3 is not present here. So 2 comes to 4, 4 comes to 5, 5 comes to 2 again. Now we calculate 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just here we have written 2, 4, 5 in the second position. Therefore, we will think from here the image of 1 is 1, the image of 1 is 2, the image of 2 is 4, the image of 4 is 4, the image of 3 is 3, the image of 3 here is 1, 4 comes to 5, 5 comes to 5, 5 comes to 2, and 2 comes to 3. And if we calculate this one, then we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will think from here first, because this is in the second position. 1 comes to 2, 2 comes to 4, 2 comes to 3, and 3 to 3, 3 to 1, 1 to 1, 4 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 5, 5 to 2. This is obvious that these are not equal. These are not equal. Therefore, we can say that the product of non-disjoint cycles may not commute. Actually, does not commute. Product of non-disjoint cycle may not commute, but does not commute. But the product of disjoint cycles always commute. Okay, just keep in mind this result. So, I am completing this lecture here. In the next lecture, I will discuss about the other properties of the permutations. So, just go through this lecture and go through the books and problems. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.